welcome to the best damn book club on the internet. My name's Ryan Talmadge. That's Davis Crocker. This is Two Edits Reading Comics, and today we're back on the internet.
Woohoo.
And you know, it seems
Doing
like
what
it's
we
gonna
have
work.
to.
Yeah, seems like it's gonna work easy though. I was playing around with the how we would potentially edit it last night, and as long as I don't lean on my desk and make everything rock, it should look good. But yeah, so nice to know we have this break glass in case of emergency type stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely a good thing to have.
And if we ever have to turn into a reaction show,
Yeah.
uh, we can do it weekly then. But yeah, uh, I've had something I want to talk about. Oh yeah, I was talking to you about it a little bit yesterday. Um, I know you're becoming an adult because you had a kid and everything. Um, I'm having a less fun way of finding out I'm an adult.
Oh Jesus.
Um, my nightmares have drastically changed.
Uh okay.
It's no more like someone's chasing me to murder me or giant spiders anymore. It is legitimately, and I had two at your house this weekend.
Just okay.
Yeah. It is. I'm dreaming that I live in a nice big place, but a little bit old, and then stuff breaks and I don't have the money to fix it. And I stress the entire dream for it.
Jesus Christ,
Yeah,
man.
it's
Yeah,
it's
that's
not
a
fun.
that's a different type of
Yeah, like,
adulting right there. That's
and that's like, if I dream, it's like 90% of my dreams now.
fuck, man.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
that's some big stress going on in your life then.
yeah.
Or perpetuating your dreams, you think.
I want to say Friday night or Thursday night. It was someone hit my car and didn't have insurance, and then Friday night it was I was in a nice place and the water heater broke and just started leaking everywhere.
Jesus.
And had no money to fix it.
So that's cold showers, cold
Yeah,
toothpaste, no dishwasher, no laundry.
water everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude, I've heard when those things fucking bust, they are a mess.
yeah, no. And then I still have the occasional dream where I'm failing school, even though I'm not in
Eh,
school,
I
and
haven't
I
had that one
legit
in a few
stress.
years.
And then I wake up and I'm like, why the fuck?
My
Yeah.
big ones of teeth falling out, or like I hit my teeth because
Oh, dude.
I've had so much damage to them in the front for
And I don't.
various reasons.
All I know about my dental insurance is that I had my mom read over all my policies because I wasn't going to read it. And she read the dental and she was like, Jesus Christ, this is bad.
Bad, good
Yeah.
lord.
So,
Yeah, dude, definitely. Like, I guess I like clap my teeth together in the middle of the night or something, and like it sends me into a dream. Feels like I'm taking my teeth and like slamming them against each other and like shears them off again. And
yikes.
I wake up sticking my hands in my mouth, wanting to know like, are they fucking there? Did I bust off the caps of half the teeth? It's
I'm
it's
just
not
trying to
fun.
get that whole new mouth set of teeth money, but I don't have it.
That's oof.
And then there comes a situation of like, yeah, you want new teeth, but there's a lot of other stuff you should probably pay
I
for before that.
There's a reason like if it's not medically needed, like dental insurance is just
Yeah.
cosmetic. Like dental
Yeah.
insurance doesn't cover it because it's like, oh, well, you
I
just
just,
want your teeth to look better. That'll cost you 10 grand, and insurance isn't gonna cover it.
yeah. I remember the day I got my braces off and they were like, you're all done. And they're like, you want to go look in the mirror? I was like, yeah. And then I looked at them and I was like, really?
We spent how long doing this, and this is all they got?
Yeah, I was still a freshman in college. I had braces. I
That's
think I got them
right.
taken off halfway through.
Oh shit, that's right. Didn't know you
Mm,
too well that year, but I do
yeah.
remember pictures of freshman of football
Hmm.
season. You had them on.
And I was the type of guy I wore colors too. And
Yeah,
going in, our school's colors were black and yellow, which, sure, let's get those colors and
yeah. Let's get
braces.
those on your teeth and don't make them. Then you look back and go, God, those look awful.
Yeah.
Those look disgusting.
Mm. Speaking of disgusting, Davis,
Oh God.
this week I will take the blame. Some of y'all might have liked it out there. I don't think either of us did. I'll be honest. I was like, we've done a lot of indie stuff recently. Maybe we should mix in a Batman to get some
Oh,
numbers.
Jesus.
And I had seen Batman Damned, like, walking through comic book stores,
Oh,
stuff like
yeah.
that. And I
It's
was
a
just
really
like,
cool fucking cover.
yeah, and it sounds fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And then you read the description, you're like, you can't go wrong with Batman and John Constantine.
No.
Um, and then uh, that old unreliable narrator.
I
Before we get
just,
into all that, I guess I'll go ahead and credit some people.
yeah, Thomas gets to do some credits today.
Yeah, Davis let me or talked me into somehow letting him just read it off of my iPad without paying for it.
Well, at the time, it
Um,
was all working out, but then we ended up just having to, I could have just done it myself.
yeah. Written by Brian Azzarello, art and covers by Lee Bermello, and then lettered by Jared K. Fletcher. Um, Batman created by Bob Kane with Bill Finger.
So,
So,
reliables.
unreliable narrator, which he even
Yeah.
references in the book. It is a thing in literary circles, but at the same time, I like knowing what's going on in a story.
Well, I mean, yeah, my biggest thing is like he comes out and says like at the beginning like, "Oh, I'm gonna unreliable." Like you're listening to me talk and overlay this, and it's
Yeah,
like,
it's like
okay,
I don't want to tell this story, and I'm gonna do my best not to while I do it. And I'm just like,
yeah,
why did I just pay $10 for this then?
yeah. But and then like the whole time you're sitting there reading, it's like, okay, like I didn't think half of it was fake at first. Like I was reading it
Is
like,
it?
well,
I
what is it?
honestly, I put it down. I couldn't tell what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, I mean, halfway through you go, wait a minute, hold on, something like all of a sudden we get these weird time jumps like, oh, Batman fell off the bridge, but
Yeah,
then he didn't. But then he should have said his back was broken.
yeah.
Then he's fighting in the alley. He was gunshot, and then he was fighting in
Hmm.
the alley again. It's like, what the fuck is like, or is this 15? Is this five different stories trying to go to one thing? And then,
I don't know.
and was the rapper Etrigan the demon?
Yeah, that was
That was
Etrigan.
Etrigan.
Yeah, I actually kind of, I didn't hate
I,
that.
I didn't hate it, but at the same time, it was just kind of like, oh, there's Etrigan, and he's just gonna somehow destroy a club and then drag Batman out.
Yeah, Etrigan the Demon is a criminally underrated character.
Yeah, but you know, at the same time, you sit there and you like watch it, and it's like, or you look back on it, it's like even the whole time you're sitting there, it's like even Constantine didn't seem like he was really there.
Constantine. I mean, other than the fact that he was the one talking the entire story, he doesn't show up or do anything.
No, that's what I mean. Is like, yeah, he's there when he's like when Batman's getting dragged out of the club, he's sitting there
Yeah.
smoking one, and Etrigan makes this offhanded comment that
Mm-hmm.
could be to him or could not be to him, and like you sit there and go, well, fuck, is Constantine even there, or is he
Yeah.
just again the unreliable and putting himself into the story?
Yeah.
But
And what I think the premise of the story is that um someone fell out of the river. They fished the body out, and it was apparently the Joker's. And
but
some dude is claiming that he saw Batman do it, and Batman's just trying to get to that guy because he's the only one with answers.
right,
And somehow Enchantress is somewhere in here doing weird
yeah,
stuff,
Chancellor's
and
was an
she
odd one.
apparently called him her boy with no tears and no fear or something, and was there when his parents died.
Well, apparently caused his parents to die.
Yeah.
Like lured Bruce down the alley, and then all of a
Mm,
sudden his parents killed him or got killed.
yeah.
Uh, they
Also,
do need to
not the happiest of
no.
Thomas and Martha
And I
Wayne's.
was about to say this is definitely like you got to think it was like all right, this is Black Label. This is their own.
Yeah.
This is their own take on stories, their own take on
Mm,
characters. So it's like it is an Elseworld story, but it's not an Elseworld story. So I mean, you get this weird like Thomas and Bruce,
just a weird variation.
or Thomas and
Martha.
Martha being at odds against each other. Thomas has got girlfriends on bridges, and
Hmm.
I just
Also, one of the most famous people in Gotham, and you're just out in broad daylight with someone
yeah,
else.
just out on the major bridge, just chilling with some rando chick.
Yeah.
I, every bit of this story was like every turn of the page was like, this is confusing. What the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah. And then you don't really get many answers at all.
No,
And I thought
I
this was when I looked at it. I thought this was like the whole. I thought it was like a mini run,
yeah,
and I thought it
just
was the
this
whole thing.
volume.
And I doesn't say volume one,
No,
but also it doesn't say, or it
the end
definitely
or
seems
yeah,
like a volume one.
yeah. I mean, we just get to the end of it, and it's just like, okay, so did Bruce accidentally kill Joker? Is he gut shot? Is he dead? Is he
It leaves off on a
did?
semi hang like cliffhanger
Yeah,
because it doesn't give you an answer. That's for sure.
Did he fuck Harley Quinn? That had a like a heart, like a
Yeah,
autopsy
weird
scar.
scars. Yeah,
No, that's an autopsy scar. Like that. Why? That's
all
what you
three.
do,
Oh,
huh? That's what you do. Like when people go to the morgue, is like they cut you, so they can
they
flip the
there
flip
and
your
there.
yeah. They make a
Oh,
Y. So they flip your chest flap up and then gut you, open your guts up and then dump all your guts out.
why do you know this?
I've watched too many serial killer movies and CSI and all that shit, and that's what they do. That's the cuts they make to
Who are you
then they
planning on
sew
killing?
bodies up. Nobody knows. I ain't saying it out here.
Okay, well,
Secrets, baby, secrets.
you do have a big backyard.
Oh no, it ain't gonna be up here.
Where?
I'm not telling you where.
Okay.
You just help me hide the body though. That's your best man's job.
Yeah, you've both you and your wife have asked me to help hide the other's body if anything goes wrong.
So if anybody's listening and one of the two of me and my wife is dead, come talk to Talmadge.
Only one of them was joking too, and it was
Holy
Davis.
shit. Damn it.
Yeah. But yeah. Uh, I don't want to ruin a nice Mother's Day, so we don't have to talk about that much longer. Do you have any final thoughts on Batman Damned?
The artwork was cool. I love the way it
Artwork
was.
was cool.
I love the way like you had this dark, dingy Batman was like it seemed more street level Batman.
Yeah.
Um,
Also, I think we didn't say this up front. I think this is the one that got in trouble for showing an outline of Batman's dick.
yeah, but our issue or the
Oh no, that
digital
got
copy completely blacked out.
yeah no. They
But
reprinted the issue with it in there, without it in there.
oh really?
So there's no way it was making it to the collective volume.
No, not a chance. But what I do remember, like once we like I read it and like his outline, like he stood up and he was
Mm,
butt ass naked, but his crotch was completely black. I was like, wait a minute, didn't this supposed to have like just an outline? Like, oh, there's his dick, not really
yeah.
just a full fledged frontal. But I was
Mm,
like, oh, okay, all right,
yeah. So really just came for, there's a million miniseries of Batman right now.
yeah,
I was like, let's just pick one.
yeah.
And it
You
seems
don't
like I
think
didn't pick
Batman?
right.
Don't think Batman would miss that hard, but this was a weird.
Yeah, it was weird.
Honestly, this felt more like a Constantine story than a Batman story.
Yeah.
Like Constantine, just kind of like I could have seen
I
like
can
at
see
the end
why
of
all the
this.
characters hate Constantine now.
Yeah, I could have seen at the end of this like a spin off, like him and uh, who's the girl that talks backwards for
Zatanna.
spells? Zatanna. I could see like at the
Zatanna.
end of this, Zatanna,
No,
Zatanna,
not Zatanna.
Zatanna.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like at
There's
the
no
end of this,
capital A.
like all of a sudden, like at the end of the page, like at the last page, just get together and go, okay, we've got Bruce. It was almost like that. It was just
They did have
like it
that
could have gone. It
strategy
could have
for a little
gone.
while where,
It could
like,
have gone 100 different ways at the end of this.
yeah, DC did have that strategy there for a while, though, that, like, if you even wanted to touch one of, like, the lesser known characters, you had to include at least a or B lister with them.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Hmm. It's just, I mean, it's cool because you get to bring in new characters and all, but at the same time, you're sitting there going, okay, how do we write in this character with a top tier character and
How
make
do I
it
write
work?
my John Constantine story with
Yeah,
Batman in it?
yeah, with Batman in it. It's like I
Yeah.
want a Constantine story, but I have to have Batman. Or I had to
Mm.
write a Batman comic to get Constantine in it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Haven't they talked
Um,
about making the Constantine like rerunning or redoing a Constantine movie or show like
I
a
think
dozen times now?
Keanu Reeves has apparently said he'd come back to do the Constantine movie. I've never actually seen his first
I
one.
haven't. I haven't either.
I just know it wasn't. I don't know if it was good, but critics hated it, or if everyone just hated it.
Or if it's
I just
kind of
know
like the
there's a bunch of
Daredevil
people that
movie.
were like, because I mean, it was Keanu, and I think it was after the Matrix, but it still isn't like
It's
Keanu
not
hype
this.
today.
Yeah, yeah.
And so people were like, "Why the hell didn't he change his hair to blonde for John
Uh,
Constantine?"
because he was probably in the middle of doing that or replacements or
Yeah,
because it wasn't he doing replacements at that time too.
it was around the same time frame. It was like his
Yeah,
first wave of being famous.
yeah. Didn't he do that surfing movie or is that a different guy?
Point
Where
Break,
he Point Break? Yeah, didn't he
I
do
think he
that the
did.
first one
Like the original, I think he was in it.
and then Thor? Chris
Chris Hemsworth.
Hemsworth did the
I
I
don't
guess
know
the
who.
remake of
I've
it.
no, I haven't seen either of them.
Oh, they're pretty cool. I mean, they're
My
different, but
favorite Keanu movies probably The Replacements. I mean, it's hard to place John Wick and The Matrix because Matrix One is
yeah, yeah.
damn near perfect.
Matrix One is great, but two and
Matrix One is damn
three,
perfect, and
but
four.
two and three and four,
Yeah, no,
four
those
shouldn't
all
have been
the John Wick goes immediately
above.
under,
Yeah,
right under
if
the
you're doing
original
whole
Matrix.
series, if you're doing whole series, it's below Matrix. But if you're
Hmm.
doing individual movies, see, I've never seen any of the John Wicks, so yeah, I still
That's
have not
something
seen
you
a
need to
single
jump
one of them.
on quick.
Yeah, uh, that
I'm
was on
trying
the
to
list
figure out
of.
how you get an artist to do John Wick type action in a comic book. I don't know how you do stuff like that.
I think it might get a little too. I think you get a little too
I just get annoyed when
cluttery,
like
maybe.
I don't know. I just get annoyed when the good guy struggles for like 5 issues and then beats the bad guy with one punch because
Yeah,
we just I don't know.
you
I
got
guess
tired of
action
seeing
doesn't
it.
translate super well.
Yeah, you get tired
So,
of seeing it, but
mm,
uh, I would love to see one. Then Batman, this one kind of did. It's like I'd like to see the villain finally fail. You know, and you got a weird like
the hero or the villain?
yeah, the hero. Sorry, the hero
Oh, okay, I was
failed.
about to say villain fails all the time.
Yeah, the villain fails
That's
all the
why
time. But
people
like the hero.
love Infinity War,
Yeah,
Empire Strikes Back, stuff like that.
yeah, that's true. Because Empire Strikes Back definitely Empire won. They beat the
Yeah.
they.
Mm,
Whew, that got rough.
yeah. Um, but yeah, uh, I guess we can move on to the segment.
Woohoo!
This week is shit list.
Shit list pairs well with the not
Yeah,
great comic we read.
yeah. Did you have yours ready?
Yeah, I've actually got one. Mine's
Okay.
kind of going back in the realm of DC again. I know we're always shitting on DC, but Flash movie's coming out. Is it this month or when this is coming out in
Uh,
June or is it July?
this
I think it's July.
is I don't know. I know Into the Spider Verse is this month,
Really? Oh shit.
June 2nd or 3rd.
Oh, and so is our favorite comedian Burt Kreischer's movie. Uh,
Yeah.
so
When in the
June.
fuck is Tom Segura's special coming out?
I don't know. I have
He
not seen a
filmed it
single
like at the
date.
same time as Bert, and Bert's
Jeez.
is already out.
Uh,
Check out
so
Razzle Dazzle. That's funny.
yeah. So Flash comes out June 16th, so the week this premieres.
Okay.
Um, my shit
We
list
haven't seen
is
it.
we have
It's
not
Mother's
seen
Day
it, of
for us.
course. Yeah. The feedback everybody's given of the movie, and
Apparently, it's good.
apparently they're saying it's good, even fans. But my problem is like DC is obviously going in a different path. Like this was
Mm.
originally supposed to be the breaking point, bring everything back together, and they were going to restart with Aquaman and Wonder Woman, the crew
Mm.
that was there. And of course, financial problems happened, and they've now completely altered their entire program.
Yeah.
But it seems like Ezra Miller has redeemed himself in the eyes of as the Flash, as the actor in the show.
He shot this movie before he did all the horrible things.
And no one's talking about him leaving either. They ain't talking about blacklisting. They didn't kick him out of the show. They're giving him a double character in the show. I mean, or in the movie. I mean, he's getting to play his alter ego. I mean, it's not even a different actor playing Flash, Barry Allen. And I think it's bullshit. I mean, you got Johnny Depp who gets dragged through the mud, loses every contract he gets, comes out on
From
top.
Warner Brothers.
From Warner Brothers, gets dragged through the mud, loses every contract, loses Disney, Warner Brothers, everything.
How
And
about old Cyborg? Apparently experiences racism on set from Joss Whedon.
yeah,
I don't see them calling him back.
and he's gone.
Yeah.
We've got the Kang the Conqueror. Apparently, has been in altercations. I'm not exactly sure of
Yes,
what, but he's already
I
being
haven't
talked about.
seen anything coming out of that.
Yeah, but I
I
mean,
don't know
even
if it's just accusations or if there's
yeah,
actual proof.
of course. I mean, everything's got to go through trial. And you got to have proof and everything.
Hmm.
But I mean, they're already talking about John Boyega taking his place, immediately taking him out of the King to Conquer and re reshooting
Is it
his.
fans or like actual
It's
credible
been,
people?
I mean, it's kind of, you know how the shit gets. It's just like all of a sudden you see IGN post it and like, oh, this is what everybody's talking about today, and then all like they agree with it and shit like that. And it just again, everything is
Pending
hot topic.
trial,
Yeah, everything is
pending
pending
trial,
trials,
and
hot
still
topics.
a Jonathan Majors guy.
King the Conqueror.
Yeah,
Yeah, because he was
Jonathan's
in
his
the.
name's Jonathan Majors.
Yeah, I just didn't know.
Lovecraft Country.
He was in Vietnam, that Vietnam airplane movie,
Mhm,
the air fighter movie. That was really good.
Creed 3, obviously.
Yeah,
And
but
I
it's
mean, he's
just
done good in just about everything he's done.
yeah.
Obviously, if it is true,
If it is true, fuck
yeah,
him. I
yeah,
mean, if he's that bad of a
should never
person,
do
fuck
that
him.
type
But I
stuff.
mean, you've got Ezra Miller. They've got accusations of
We've
him
seen
grooming
too
children.
many.
You have
Yeah,
videos of him throwing a woman to the ground because she
yeah.
wanted an autograph with him.
We have too
And
many instances of people being accused falsely
yeah,
and just go ahead and like people hear about it and immediately just throw them to the side. And then you've got
yeah,
people like Ezra Miller who there's video proof of it. And because he made one good Flash movie, it's starting to look like I don't know, he might not come or he might stick around. And it's
yeah.
just like
And
you also had to have two Batmans come back. Uh, you had to do one of the most famous Flash
yeah,
stories ever.
and changing it too just to
Yeah,
fit what you want to.
and you still have the worst Flash run I've ever
It's
seen.
so he's we've talked about before. You have the CW Flash who goes through a whole transition of learning
Grant
how to
Gustafson.
run
Yeah.
like a like a marathon sprint, like a sprinter, like
Mm.
Usain Bolt, and then you just throw Ezra Miller in there and he's running like
He
you and
throws
me.
like the worst, or he runs like the worst athlete I've ever seen.
Yeah, yeah, he
And then
doesn't run like an athlete
when someone calls him out on it, he's just like, "Well, he's superhuman. Why do you think he would run like us?" Well, because he still has a human body.
because he still has exactly. He can't fly fast. He has to run. He generates his speed from his running.
Yeah.
But that's my rant. I
Mhm.
just think it's such a backhanded comment to the actors that have lost their jobs, that were
Oh yeah.
proven innocent, and have been blacklisted forever. Um, that you have the actual proof here, and nothing's happening so
The
far.
one that aggravates me the most is because he hadn't done actually anything wrong. People really just dislike Chris Pratt, Guardians of the Galaxy guy.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, because
apparently
he's
because
Christian and
super. I mean, he's obviously. I don't even. I guess I don't even know his political stance, but I'm assuming because he's a diehard Christian. If you go look
yeah,
at his Instagram page, and I mean, I'm not religious at all anymore, but I grew up around that stuff down here.
yeah,
And when someone is diehard and believes in that shit, that type of stuff, while yes, appears cringy from the outside, and is definitely not stuff I would say that's what he believes. And I don't. I wish if we can tolerate all the other crap that goes on in this country, we can tolerate him talking about his wife in a certain way.
yeah,
And everybody's like, "Oh, he's the worst Chris in Hollywood," and I'm just
yeah.
like, that
It's like
guy
just because
literally
he's
did nothing wrong,
yeah, just because he's Christian and he doesn't,
and now he's like,
you immediately put the all the leftist
mm,
bullshit on top of him, and it's like,
yeah,
oh
and it's
well,
just
immediately
like,
he's a bad person. It's like
and all
you
the
don't know
critics
him,
immediately like try to bomb everything he does, and like
of course.
the one Amazon Prime movie I didn't think was that great, but then he did Terminal List for them. It was fucking awesome. Everybody tried to shit on him for Mario movie because he wasn't
Yeah,
Italian, but then didn't shit
eh,
on
the
Charlie Day at all for
for
playing
being
Luigi.
Luigi, yeah.
And Mario movie is fucking awesome. I hate to tell you that. It's fucking good. It's
Peaches,
90
man,
minutes of just
Jack
funny
Black,
shit.
bring Jack
Yeah,
Black back.
yeah. Um, and you haven't seen uh the actual Mario movie, have you?
No, no, I just have seen the Peaches song that
Whenever
apparently
you
hit
do get to
top
see it,
charts.
just remember the blue star trapped in Bowser's castle. It's just like everyone else is like trying to like encourage everybody that else is like They're in cages trapped above a
Yeah.
lava pool, and everyone else is just trying to keep their spirits up. And this one little blue star is like praying for the sweet release of death and how we're all gonna die.
Oh
And
fucking
I swear to
shit.
God, it's my favorite part of the
It's like
movie.
yeah, it's like everybody
Yeah.
in the real world's like, ooh, I feel you.
Oh yeah. So,
Golly.
but yeah. So Ezra Miller getting a pass for
I do.
making a movie that I'm pretty sure Michael Keaton's gonna carry.
Oh, he's gonna care. I mean, I, that's a guarantee to me. But
Yeah.
so, what's your shit list this week?
Um. Again, not to get political. I'm a Miller Lite guy. Uh, have been since about 2020. Something happened during. I used to be Michelob Ultra. Something happened during the pandemic. It's like
Prices
I don't
they
know.
lost. They couldn't get their shipments out, and then the prices went up
I
way
wasn't
too high.
even that. It didn't taste right. Like I go to
Oh,
restaurants and I don't know if they clean their tubes
mm,
or what.
you got to be very careful
But
about that.
um, Michelob Ultra just started tasting like really sweet for no reason. And so I switched to Miller Lite, and it tasted fine. I've been drinking Miller Lite ever since. My problem now is all the fucking assholes that switched from Bud Light. Every time I go to a bar and order a Miller Lite, and they're like, "Yeah, man, me too. I switched," and I'm like, "That's not why I
But
drink Miller Lite, you fucking."
I drink this because I want to drink this. I
Yeah, I
mean,
was like, and you know, however Bud Light wants to go get new customers is up to them. I
yeah,
don't care. And for trans people, I really don't care. I'd still think, yeah, you should probably be 18 before you're allowed to have that surgery. And
I do agree with
if
that.
people what people say they're teaching kids in schools is true, yeah, we need to stop that. But other than that, like whatever you do with your body is your choice, and as long as it doesn't affect other people,
Yeah,
do what you want. If that makes
as
you
long as you're
happy.
18, as long as you're 18, you're a legal adult. I couldn't
I
give a
don't
shit.
care. Yeah.
But
Um.
but
But
forcing
yeah,
it down, but forcing
the
it through people's
people.
throats, I think is just, I think that's
I,
absurd.
I don't know. But the all these people getting pissed off and switching is kind of just annoying as fuck to me.
Well,
And
I can
now
tell
I
you, I'm
can't
not switching.
go. Yeah,
But see,
Davis is a Bud Light guy.
yeah, but now I look
Um,
like the one. I mean, sitting there
yeah,
and everybody like looks at me like the way they're like, "Oh yeah, I switched," and being in the deep south
Bert
and you
Kreischer
drinking
talked
it.
about that on Two Bears this past week.
Oh really?
Yeah, he said he went out on stage with a Bud Light, and someone was like, "Why are you drinking Bud Light?" He's like, "I've always been a Bud Light guy. I'm not going to
Yeah,
switch just because they advertise with
yeah.
somebody."
I'm my
Which
stance right
also,
now.
as a former business major who marketing was the easiest class ever. If
Yeah,
you want to do that, reach that certain demographic of the population, it's so easy. Literally,
yeah.
just make it Bud Light is for everybody. Go get the trans woman from Orange is the New Black. Everybody loves her.
Oh yeah.
Get Bert Kreischer, uh, Kid Rock. I mean, he's the one
Seriously,
everybody's
like I
saying,
even
"Oh, Kid Rock is out there shooting Bud Light." Hell yeah! I'm like, since when
uh,
did we ever listen to Kid Rock about his
I,
opinions other than new metal music? But yeah, get Kid Rock, Bert Kreischer, the trans woman from Orange is the New Black, um, some other famous LGBT people, and then some normal people, and just be like, yeah, Bud Light's for everybody. We know
yeah,
what you mean.
yeah.
Go
But
get those customers, but you're not gonna piss off for some strange reason your entire fan base.
my biggest thing is like, if you're gonna stop using stuff because you don't support what the company's using, you won't eat tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
And
no.
if you hate something about a company, or like if you
Mm,
staunchly believe that you don't like something, go to the grocery store, look up the company that sells you bananas, and see
mm-hmm.
what they support, and
Oh
you're
yeah,
gonna hate everything you see, and
I
you'll
know.
never eat again. So if you're going that hard with it, you'll starve yourself to death. You won't wear
Mm,
your clothes, you won't wear shoes, you won't use your car,
definitely
you won't
won't
use
eat
gas.
nowadays.
You'll never eat again. So
Makeup products are completely
yeah,
useless.
you won't wear. I mean,
Um,
so go have fun. Go if you're gonna go that hard. To me, it's like burning jerseys. It's like
uh,
you've already paid for
first
that
off, you've
jersey.
already paid for that.
You already paid for that. It's like all the
Yeah,
ones destroying Bud Light bottles and Bud Light cans. It's like
yeah,
you paid for that shit. They already
yeah,
got their money. Like
mm,
they got their money, and now you're just destroying it, which is free advertisement for them,
yeah.
for anybody that does want to still drink it.
Mm.
So
Which I
it's
mean,
stupid.
I am a big if you like something, support it financially,
Yeah.
and so I guess that does go the other way. But at the same time, like at some point, you got to draw a line somewhere else. You won't be able to get anything done.
No.
Yeah.
You'll never get anywhere.
A fun exercise is go look up all the companies who helped the Nazis.
Oh
It's
yeah,
a
BMW,
long fucking list.
BMW, Boeing.
IBM created the cataloging
Yeah,
uh, program or infrastructure that they cataloged for like killing Jews.
yeah.
So
BMW grew because of the Nazi Party. They created
yeah,
the cars for the Nazi. Like they created
mm.
cars prior, but the Nazi Party gave them so much money
Oh yeah,
that they advanced their technology in cars because of the Nazi Party.
mm.
So stop buying BMWs, folks, if you care that much.
Yeah.
I
You mean
but
Mercedes or BMWs or both?
BMWs,
I think there's a lot of car companies. I
Mercedes,
think
yeah,
there was
all
a
of them.
couple American-made ones that were making like their little trucks that transported troops and stuff.
I'm sure,
Yeah,
but it's just. I mean, hell, half of the technology after World War II was our scientific department was full of Nazis, ex-Nazi.
right where you're at, near Huntsville, the
Yeah,
von Braun
Huntsville,
Center.
the von Braun Center is literally named after an ex-Nazi sympathizer.
Yeah,
I mean,
scientist.
scientist. Yeah,
Yeah,
and he
and also got
defected.
us to the moon.
Yeah, he defected and gave his
Defected.
allegiance.
Yeah,
Yeah, gave his allegiance to the Republic and
yeah,
said he didn't do anything wrong. Kind of like Hydra and
yeah.
Shield.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of that was a little too scary.
Yeah. Um, but we'll stop talking about all that shit now. Next week, there is only 4 in June, right? I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
just for this month.
Okay.
Yeah, we just hit our 5 last month.
Yeah. Either way, that should mean Why the Last Man,
Why
Volume
last man?
7.
Yep, volume
Yeah.
7.
Okay. I was messing. I had to edit Volume 6 yesterday and uploaded it today. So,
Yeah, and we're
um,
got a quiz next week too. This coming week.
quiz. Yes.
Yeah, you got that ready yet?
Not yet. So,
Didn't figure so.
yeah. But we'll see y'all next Tuesday.
Bye.
Bye.